Well, it certainly has been a bumpy 2024, and I'm sure home buyers and sellers are feeling real confused as to whether or not it's going to be a good time to buy or a good time to sell. There's all sorts of different reports out there depending on who you're listening to and from what part of the country. Well, I'm here to tell you about the Nova Scotia real estate market and what is happening here. So if you're interested in buying or selling in Nova Scotia, by all means, have a listen. Click the like button and subscribe so you'll get notified of my future videos. Or if you'd like to chat in person, click my Calendly link in the description below to schedule a call because I love talking real estate. New listings in Nova Scotia. These are residential homes which include detached, semi-detached condos that have come to the market in the month of August. For Nova Scotia as a whole, we saw 1,300 new listings for the month of August. Now, this is a progressive decrease from the number of new listings we saw in May with 1772. But we are on par with the August of 2022 and 2023 within 80. The Halifax-Dartmouth saw the most new listings as per usual because Halifax approximately takes up 40% of the overall Nova Scotia real estate market. They had 552. Annapolis Valley and Yarmouth were the only regions to increase their listings from July to August, and they only increased by one, with Annapolis Valley coming in at 232 and Yarmouth at 29. For the Annapolis Valley, this is a significant increase from 188 of August of last year. Same relative increase for Halifax-Dartmouth from 488 of 2023, but the rest of the regions were down from August of last year. The number of homes that are currently on the market here in Nova Scotia is 3,409, which is pretty much at the same level as pre-pandemic June 2020 numbers. Across all regions, the number of active homes in August were down slightly. This being affected by the decline in new listings coming to market and the small decline in overall sales. Though this figure is up about 800 listings from August 2023 and 2022. The median days on market has decreased by 2 days as a whole for Nova Scotia, and that's mainly due to Halifax-Dartmouth also being down from 13 to 10 days in August. Halifax-Dartmouth remains a desirable area and they're pretty much still in a good seller's market. This is a general overview of what homes have sold for in August here in Nova Scotia. To get a market analysis of your home, please contact a realtor and they will take into account your home's features, location, condition, and compare it to similar properties that have sold within a recent time frame to determine what your property would sell for. Again, click the Calendly link below if you want to set up a time to chat, and I can explain more about the home buying and selling process in Nova Scotia. Let's look at the months of supply. This is how long it would take everything to sell if no new listings came to market. These numbers have been holding steady for the past few months with only decimal points difference. All regions except for Halifax-Dartmouth and Cape Breton have 5.2 months worth or higher. This is considered a buyer's market. The Highland region has the most with 10.7 months worth of inventory, and South Shore and the Annapolis Valley are the next most abundant with 6 and 7.4. Halifax and Cape Breton have the least amount of inventory at 2.6 months and 3 months respectively. The category of number of sales, number of new listings, and the total number of homes currently active are all down for Nova Scotia as a whole from last month. For this time of the year, these decreases can be chalked up to seasonal slowdowns. August 2024 numbers for solds and number of new listings are better than August 2023, but not as good as August 2022. Now, spring of 2022 saw many record-breaking peaks, which made 2023 almost seem like a housing crash, when in actuality, when compared to pre-pandemic numbers in 2019, the number of sales are almost double, and new listings are a couple of hundred more than 2019. Next, I want to show you the cost per square feet, the total living space. These numbers are up across the regions from July 2024 and August 2023, but down when looking at the previous months of June and May. Now, this could be due to efforts to reduce the inflation rate, with July being a blip, with the increased demand being triggered by the Bank of Canada reduction in July. Next, let's review the percentage of original list price due to the actual sale price. These prices are decreasing ever so slightly from the spring peak, and it seems relative to days on market. Knowing these numbers will give buyers an idea of how much flexibility there are in list prices. The realtors can also research comparable sales data for their buyers before they go ahead and make an offer. With these current percentage changes, home sale prices could be a $20,000 to $40,000 difference between list price and the final sale price. So that's good information to know. Now, with the lack of housing being a global issue, let's have a look at new construction across the province. While the number of new builds that sold didn't actually increase a lot from last month, the number of new builds that came to market took a big jump. For Halifax-Dartmouth, that number jumped from 83 to 288, with the greatest inventory jump being the Timberley-St. Margaret's Bay area with 49. Kings, Hants, and Lunenburg all jumped into double digits, with Kings County having the greatest number of inventory at 52. Now, these new build listings aren't necessarily built yet, as they only appear as facsimiles on MLS. The Halifax Regional Municipality does appear to be on track to surpass last year's number of permits approved for residential new construction to land around 6,900 by year's end. Though, according to June's census data, Nova Scotia is third last of all the provinces, with a decrease of housing stock of 27.4% from Q1 to Q2. Now, if you're looking for a new build, the median sale price of new construction in Nova Scotia is at $620,180. Now, there's a number of semi-detached and condo sales that will impact those numbers. The price of a new home in Halifax Central is approximately $496,000, but again, the majority of those sale numbers are condos. Kings County has a median home sale price for new builds of $454,950, but there's a high number of semi-detached home sales in Falmouth and North Kentville that may affect that number as well. Now, if various levels of government would do something to alleviate the permit fees and HST that's applicable to new home construction that is then passed on to these buyers, I could see that making a noticeable indent on housing affordability and supply. Let's have a look and see what homes are selling for in various regions around Nova Scotia. Now, keep in mind, I look at the median home sale prices, which is the sale price of the home that sold in the middle of the pack of all homes sold. A quick summary is that Nova Scotia sale prices are up 7.7% from last year, but continuing its seasonal downturn from months gone by. 5 out of the 7 regions have seen month-over-month decreases. The South Shore and the Highland regions were the ones that saw the increases last month. All regions except for Annapolis Valley have increased their home prices from August of last year. Now, Yarmouth is such a small region and market that it doesn't take much to impact their numbers, such as last month, the sale price was approximately $75,000 more than August, which came in at $275,000. And this is down from July, but up 52% from last year. Cape Breton is a bit of an anomaly as well. I'm surmising that these listings are being priced at market value or under because they're only lasting 6 days on market. Cape Breton prices are down approximately $15,000 from July at $260,690 and up 8.1% from last year. Next is the Highland region, which is typically the slowest market. This is a larger region than Yarmouth, but just as rural with a low population density. It is the closest to Yarmouth for days on market, number of sales, and number of new listings. As far as the home sale price in the Highland region, it was $270,000, just $5,000 off of Yarmouth. The northern region encompasses Truro and New Glasgow, Truro being one of the largest towns outside Halifax. The others being Bridgewater on the South Shore and Kentville in the Annapolis Valley. The northern region mirrors the Annapolis Valley, but on a smaller scale. And northern region home sale prices came in at $289,900. Aside from the blip in July, this is even higher than their May and June prices and up 4.9% from August of last year. The South Shore region is the most unpredictable as it covers a large area with the greatest range of property prices, from high-end oceanfront to rural fixer-uppers. There are usually fewer sales here due to lower inventory and lower population and less year-round employment. August home sales here came in at $375,000. This is slightly higher than July, but less than May and June of this year. This is up 4.2% from this time in 2023. The Annapolis Valley is the second busiest market after Halifax-Dartmouth region. Families are drawn to this area due to year-round employment and more affordable home prices. Cost per square feet, remember, in this area is $222 versus the $255 on the South Shore and the $290 in Halifax-Dartmouth. In this region, homes sold for the median price of $345,000, which is approximately $38,000 less than last month and down 4.2% from last year. This is the only region where home sale prices decreased from August of last year. In the Halifax-Dartmouth region, homes sold for a median price of $550,000 in August. This was the exact same price in July and May, but up 3.6% from 2023. Now remember, I don't consider these increases overly groundbreaking, because typically year over year we're going to see a general market increase of 5 to 6%, which is what I've experienced in my 20 years as a realtor here in Nova Scotia. Looking closer at the Halifax-Dartmouth region, Bedford homes sold for $610,500, which is a decrease from July and a decrease of $30,000 from August 2023. St. Margaret's Timberley area homes are selling for $589,000. This is an increase from July and an increase from 2023. New construction homes here were selling for $693,736. The Waverley Oakfield area had homes selling for $647,590, which is a decrease of $60,000 from July and just an increase of $2,000 from August 2023. But new construction homes here sold in August were selling for a median price of $1.3 million. Now there's so much noise out there about the interest rates and high home prices. Everyone is giving their theory and opinion on when to buy and when to sell. Now, generally, home prices historically decrease month over month from the spring peak in May. And they continue to decrease until November as the buyers tend to decrease into the winter months and home sellers take their homes off the market. So sellers tend to get their top price in spring and buyers tend to get their best price in November. There would be more to choose from in the spring market for buyers, but there's also more competition for sellers. But when it comes right down to it, the best time to buy is when it's the best time for you. Now, I'm here to give you all sorts of real estate knowledge so that you know when that time will be. This has been The Real Daily John.